Hey guys, and welcome back to the penultimate part of Mega Man Battle Network 6. This is the point of no return. Make sure you've rejigged your folder before heading through this door. I would heavily recommend some reflex and some barriers, because you will be taking a lot of damage if you're not very good like me.
Did you unplug the oven? Did you stop baking? No? Better go do that now!
The taps of destiny are running. Are you a bad enough dude to make sure they're turned off before you go to sleep?
So goodness, these are some big copy bots. I certainly hope the trustworthy Dr. Wily isn't planning anything bad with these.
Look how happy he is.
It is kind of odd, when you think about it, that Dr. Wily has not been as big of a presence in Battle Network as a whole as you thought he would be. And you know what? I get it. Like, we've had like 8, 9 classic games, well, 9 and 10 later on after these games, of Dr. Wily being the villain. Okay, I can understand you want to back off on that, that's fine. And I feel as a result, Dr. Wily comes off in this series as a stronger antagonist.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you would think, even if he wasn't at the forefront, I would think he would be the kind of guy who was orchestrating stuff over the long term.
Yeah.
He kind of does to a degree, but in some games it doesn't really feel that way. Like 4, for example, has nothing to do with him. It's fucking Duo and shit, like with Dr. Regal. By the way, Dr. Regal, you know, as I said, is Dr. Wily's son. He does show up in 5 to kind of go, Regal, I fucking raised you wrong. Let me try this again.
Just bops him on the head with a skeleton head cane.
He does that, basically, and gives the guy 10 years amnesia, so he kind of forgets what he did, and Dr. Regal kind of just starts over as a good guy, which, admittedly, is kind of an odd way to rejig your kid, but you know what? Whatever.
That is Dr. Wily showing mercy doing that?
Something like that, yeah. Like, he's had his moments of mercy, his moments of kindness, but at the same time, he's a very angry man who really wants things to go his way.
See, the Dr. Wily in the classic games always struck me as someone who was kind of like out and out evil after not getting what he wants. The Archie comics make it a bit more ambiguous. This guy, he does just he seems redeemable, I think, even after all he's done. Basically,
he feels betrayed, in a way. Like, society, you know, it's the typical, oh, society owes me this, and I just can't let it go, so I'm gonna do this. But he is related to Barrel. He helped Barrel out. He raised him, I believe. Let me get the exact specifics. I know they just mentioned that back there.
It's fine. Saying it on screen right now.
But otherwise, they do have had that history shared together. And Dr. Wily is basically just a very, very angry fucking man who is going a little bit too far with this when you think about this.
Yeah, I remember when I kept stubbing my toe on like the corner of a door or something. It just made me want to blow up the world. I couldn't forgive the door for what it had done to me.
And remember, Wily did create Colonel EXE. And that's going to have several connotations that we will rapidly see in this part. All of the shit is actually going to hit the fan very soon, so I hope you guys are ready.
Oh yeah, it's that kind of part, guys. Oh boy, here we go, .exe.
I have a new daddy now. Turns out all he needed Iris for was to just flip a switch that he didn't want to do.
Yeah. Turn the Cybeast copybots from off to on and unleash world devastation.
It's like a super huge light switch that she needs help with.
Do you hear that? Operating mode. Oh, Lan, I think you know exactly what it means.
I mean, we've seen hints of this for quite a while, and I think we all know where this is going.
It's coming. Get to it. I'm literally on the edge of my seat right now.
But if you guys have played X4, you know what's going on here. Kindness, the ultimate weapon!
Nope, that was imperfect in a soldier. A soldier doesn't need kindness. His job is to kill. At least that's what the upper class people in the military want to think.
Yeah, that's true, because that's always a good idea to fuck with your soldiers. That way, you know, PTSD, totally not a thing. Think about it, guys.
Well, I'm mostly talking about, like, the upper crusts in fiction here, although it does happen time to time in fact as well, I suppose. I'm getting to that, hold on already.
I'm stretching it out, give me a bit. We're building tension here, this is a plot-telling device.
Have you guessed who it is yet? Oh my god, is it Dex? Oh my god, it's Iris!
Yep, Iris, it turns out, is actually a part of Colonel this whole time, calling back to their origins in Mega Man X4, where Colonel and Iris used to be one Reploid. But because the power was too bonkers, they separated them into two separate entities, which is why they treated each other as brother and sister. And that, within, lies the problem I have, admittedly a personal one, with this thing that we are learning. At no point does Zero EXE ever show up in any game outside of network transmission. Now would have been the perfect time to bring him into the main series and kind of have another go at the conflict that drove them all in Mega Man X4. Cheesy as it may have been in terms of the acting, I thought it had great potential. It did. No, this is not a joke. Like, I actually really liked the conflict Zero and Colonel and Iris shared in that game, and I would have loved if they brought that back in Mega Man, Battle Network 6, but they never do that. I understand maybe they don't want to repeat it, but it was a good idea, and I was personally really let down, I'll be honest with you.
Well, you know me, mate, this is the only Battle Network game I've played. I haven't played any of the X games at the point of this, recording. So, I was kind of like, I sort of saw this coming. She, acted robotic throughout most of the game, and the tells were there.
I'm trying to get a brief mention of her anime history, because she actually did have a NetNavi design in the anime. It doesn't look good, but she has a NetNavi design. And the younger sister of Beyond Earth Colonel EXE, emotion name given form, seen by Trill, which was the thing Mega Man was using to beast out as an older sister, not interesting, moving on. Oh, in the manga though, she was actually like the big person kind of trying to get everybody together to fight each other near the end to see who would, control or stop the Cybeast or things like that. So she was actually, the manga was just fucking better in a lot of regards, I'm sorry.
Yes, you probably shouldn't have gesticulated so much while jacking in. That is the #1 cause of fatal heart attacks in, 18 to 25-year-olds.
This is why I don't jack in with my NetNavi that much, because I'll just have a fucking heart attack. I'm spazzing out all the time when I'm doing this.
They're getting so totally hype, things will be crunk momentarily.
Well, he did sort of make a giant copy bot and put Falzer into it. And no, I have no idea how the copy bot grew talons and wings. Just go with it, it's magic.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez!
We may have a slight problem. Just a little bit.
I just love the idea of, legendary beasts. Like the legendaries in Pokemon. So maybe that's why I took to, fucking Battle Network 6 so easily.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good endgame plan in terms of villainy. I am just gonna make fucking monsters and kill everyone, pretty much.
Well, no, he's going to tame the monsters and use them to kill everyone.
Oh yeah, that'll go well.
Lots of damage was to be found. We can't show you this because of all the dead people.
That's true. I mean, these games are E-rated. I think this was before E10 was a thing. Or maybe it wasn't.
Alright, who fucking installed Tetris Plus?
Oh, you got that bugged version off of the Pirate Bay. Oh no, I put it on my computer too!
We're gonna have to feed the dolphins by hand. We're all doomed!
See, this is why you don't put DRM on your computers.
Now who will raise and drop the gavel?
We'll have to hire a person to do it again. That's a problem. Why is everything blowing up?
Why the shit always keep exploding? Screen's kind of shaking a bit, Wily. Can we just have a boss fight, please? I'm getting motion sickness.
I'm surprised Wily can remain so stable. I mean, the dude has to use a cane. You'd think he would have tripped over on his ass by now.
Well, the cane has magnets on the bottom, the tip.
Did you know you can magnetize a screwdriver by tapping the end on the business end of a hammer, and that will magnetize it, actually?
Ah, okay. Easy way to get superpowers, I suppose.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought you just bought them that way. It turns out that the Cybeast does not like doggy treats. It's weird. Maybe it's the brand.
Aww.
Yeah, that's true. Things are kind of going to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah, we won't have to worry about people being hurt anymore, because the dead can't feel things.
So could she, like, jump into a missile and fly around? Because that would be funny.
I'm sure there's a stand with that ability.
Well, now you think about it. I'm trying to remember, because I'm pretty sure there is, of some degree. Okay, it's kind of, it's just the constant shaking is making your monologue a little hard to hear. Oh, Land's like, oh god, can we stop? Oh no. That copy bot is really stable. I gotta commend their construction.
Plop, 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 plop.
The game's gonna implode with all the plot it's throwing at us.
That's probably what's happening right now. It's not the Cybeast. They stopped roaring 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. They're just kind of hanging around, not doing anything. You'd think they would have gone nuts by now?
Oh, please. They're Dr. Wily's attack a bird and dog at this point.
Look, Dr. Wily, just don't fuse with him. That's not gonna work out well.
Dude, that would be sort of hype.
Sort of. It'd be kind of odd, admittedly. I mean, that'd be kind of neat, but at the same time, weird.
Okay, so this is going to be a tag team operation. Iris and Colonel will take down Falzar, and Lan and Mega Man will take down Gregar.
Obviously, it flips in the other version of the game. But I think Gregar is a much cooler final boss. That's just me. No, it's not, Lan.
You liar. It's the final Jack-in!
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, watch out, Lan. You'll fall over, too.
Oh, man. This is some end-of-the-world shit.
And you think this is a dungeon, but it's not. It's just pretty much a straight path.
There are virus encounters, though.
Which is odd at this point in the game.
Like, I did a couple of takes running along this pathway, and I ran into one. I was like, why? It takes about, like, 20 seconds to get from here to the boss fight.
I like how Mega Man mentions that basically the Cybeast power is still carved in him, and then Land's like, oh, we'll just get Dad to erase it. No, this thing is a Cybeast. I don't think it's that simple. There are treats over here. Can you get there?
Yes, we know this. It was kind of obvious through the dialogue.
Turns out Iris, when she fights in battle, she just deploys, like, machine guns from her elbows.
Nice.
You know, like, the big guy in Rusty? You ever see that show where he would bring up his arms and, like, fucking guns would come out from his armpits and just, like, blow everybody the fuck away? That was a cool show.
It does sound pretty rad. Oh, here we go, guys. Get hyped.
I'm hyped. I've been here, man. Like, you know, as I've said before, this is an awesome game, and I've been really looking forward to this conclusion. For a moment, I thought it was the background. No, they're just zooming down. Okay.
Looks so much like a Zoid.
It really does look like how he looks in the real world. I agree.
Getting kind of tense now. Gotta explain the final boss. It all comes down to this. This will either make or break the playthrough.
Well, I certainly hope you beat him for the playthrough. That would be kind of awkward if you didn't.
Yeah. Like, I just fail. Credits roll.
So is Iris like a magical girl as well when she fights? Even if she doesn't have the guns, like you think she gets like the outfit? I don't know.
I think she's just buffing up Colonel's attacks, honestly, and like casts a barrier on herself.
That's true. She definitely seems like a buffer kind of character. A buffer! Cause it's a computer!
Ha! Nice.
Thank you. See, even he's roaring in approval of my joke. Alright, tell me about Cybeast Gregar, Tom.
Okay, guys. We got the final boss music, that's hype as shit. We're gonna kick things off with Slash Cross, do a little bit of Reflect here, and, you know, we're just gonna keep using the Charge Buster, because I believe out of all the crosses, Slash Cross is the only one that can attack diagonally, which is perfect, because you would have to be a suicidal fool to attempt to take Gregar on head first, because trust me, it doesn't work out like 99% of the time.
Pretty much what he likes to do is jump around. His main attack is this Flame Breath. Again, slash cross with its charged attack allows you to kind of hit him from the side. He also has his Machine Gun Tail attack, which you'll have to jump around to do. He also likes jumping around, dropping rocks on you. An attack we'll see in a bit is when he slashes twice and then he throws his entire head at you, which is creative, I have to admit, for a final boss. Kind of desperate, but whatever.
That attack actually steals chips, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's true, I remember that. I don't think I ever got hit with that, because I'm great, but still.
Well, I'll be demonstrating getting hit by it in a little bit. Not by choice, I assure you.
Oh, I forgot about the T-Lightning attack he does, too. There we go, that's the head attack. I have to say, like I said, Cybeast Gregar is a way more entertaining fight to me than Cybeast Falzer. Falzer is kind of slowish in comparison, kind of just jaunts around, you know, flying. Like, his side of the field is actually gone. He flies, actually, which is kind of neat. Mostly blows at you with wind, shoots feathers, things like that. I can't remember all of his attacks off the top of my head, because I fought this guy way more often.
Don't bother keeping, like, area, whatever the type of chip was, in your thing, by the way. You ain't changing his side of the field no matter what, and believe me, I came in here with my base deck. That was a problem, so much so that I had to rejig the entire thing, which honestly kind of worked out, because the fight was a lot more hype.
Yeah, I mean, like, with all the motion you have to do, all the ducking and dodging and trying to find those openings to hit him with your attacks, this fight is just great all around, and I think you've got to finish it off the right way. Here we go!
Oh, yeah. How's this for irony, you son of a bitch? I'm gonna boop you on the snoots!
Unleash the beast, motherfucker!
Perfect finish.
He looks mildly irritated, though, I have to admit. And I'm also mildly irritated. Can you believe it?
Oh no, it is implied that I'm exploding.
It is implied that I am dead.
I take longer. I'm the better one.
So we finally proved it that Cybeast Gregar is the better of the two.
If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me.
It is implied I am not dying.
It is implied that I have taken over Mega Man. Last-ditch effort. You gotta admire the tenacity of this legendary beast.
Why did Falzer try to do that with, like, Colonel? Well, I guess because there wasn't an established link, so maybe it couldn't.
Yes, we all know about irony, Wily. You're not smart.
I mean, Cyber, Mega Man... Fuck it, just do what I say!
Yeah, he can't control himself now. This is a pretty dire situation.
That would be ironic text, though, if you were actually, like, if you had your deck set up where you could just, like, nuke Gregar in, like, a super flash. Like, even then he would still say that, and that would just be kind of funny.
He's super weak to reflect strats, by the way.
I'm going to tickle the Cybeast out. Get ready.
Coochie coochie coo.exe. Is it a suicide attack? It's always a suicide attack.
Oh, come on, you know Colonel has to die. It makes sense. He did that in X4. Only I may be stupid.
Well, if we unite, we'll get to die together. But at least we can do something good before we do.
Why throw away your life so recklessly?
Listen to the girl, Wily. If a computer knows better than you gotta reevaluate your life, mate. Now that's irony. But
I ate the cookies. I apologize. I had to. I was hungry.
I'm sure Barrow will appreciate that when he wakes up from his coma.
Where are my cookies?
I think it's time, Iris.
Sasquatch.
I think it's implied that Iris had a crush on Lan.
Yeah, she had a crush.
Figure that one out. It was not fit that cyberkind and mankind should wed.
Fusion is just a tactic that weak navies use to make themselves stronger!
Nice.
If I didn't say it, you would've.
Alright guys, we're gonna end things on a cliffhanger here, so please enjoy the shanking of Cybeast Mega Man, and we'll see you next time for the ending and finale of Battle Network 6.